the second topic of the social media part.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes, drop that one. Drop
Kian,
that one.
Kian came in at the right time. Okay, Kian. Right, I'm gonna let you lead with this one. Right, I'm gonna set up the premise for you, Kian. Then I just want to hear your opinion on it first.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, do you believe? Because obviously this is a topic that goes around a lot, right? That social media affects a relationship, right? So my question to you is, do you believe social media negatively or positively impacts a relationship, or do you think the social media presence of an individual that you may meet or come in contact with can leave a detrimental impact on your relationship with somebody? So, just to give you an example, let's say you meet your woman on whatever a social media app. She has a large
I won't like to be with you.
social,
Anyway,
what do you call it, presence,
yeah.
right? She has a large social presence. That's how you guys came into contact. You talk, you connect, you vibe, you're keeping it whatever you guys are like, or however, I don't know, and I don't care. But do you think that it can negatively or positively impact a relationship?
It's a hard one.
So do you think it's the social media, or do you think
No,
it
no,
could be
no,
the
no.
social media presence?
It's a hard one, isn't it? Depends, isn't it? If I met her on social media,
Yeah,
yeah, and then she's still on social media,
yeah,
it's not 100% trust, isn't it? If I met her somewhere else, she's not on social media, yeah, and then
yeah.
I'm with her, she's not on social media, she's like a down to earth, no, she's not on the phone, all that nonsense. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
trust that one.
I love that. He always calls it nonsense on the phone. Nonsense.
That's true. Maybe I'll
Basic
trust that one.
nonsense.
On social media just does affect relationship, in fact. Yeah,
Okay.
I really believe so. But obviously, not all women, innit? You get strong women and you get weak women, innit?
Right. Do you
So,
think it's the same for guys too? You get strong men and weak
oh
men?
yeah, 100%.
I think it can in many ways. I think also with if like your girlfriend's got a strong presence on social media, it's a lot of it is about accepting that that's her job, it's what she enjoys doing, and learning to work with that.
Of
Right.
course, it affects
Right.
it. I'm not gonna pretend. Of course, 100%. Like I said, if I meet a fit bird on social media, I'm gonna be tempted in it, but I'm not gonna go there. It's just for humans.
Say that
Yeah, one
again.
of my guys just literally deactivated his social media, his Instagram. Oh,
Right.
because he gets, according to him, he said he gets distracted. Not distracted. What's the word? He gets Kian, you used that word before. I've forgotten now.
What, like
It's
enticed?
temptation. There's a lot of temptations on. To be honest with you, there's a lot of temptations as well on social media, and I think as well, thinking about this topic,
Sorry,
it
sorry.
depends on the level of, if she's got a high following, you've got also a high following.
Problem.
I think it kind of balances itself out.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It
How does
does.
it
It
balance
does.
itself out?
It
Hold on, man. Let
balances
the guy
itself out.
land.
It balances itself
Okay.
out because the reason why I said it balances itself out is because if you've got, let's say for example, you've got £1 million, I've got £1 million.
Uh-huh.
You're not going to look at me in a jealous way because we both have the same things.
That's different
Right.
ballgame,
But
but
hold on,
Hold on,
hold on,
hold
hold
on.
on, hold up,
It's a
hold
metaphor.
up,
He's using the metaphor. It's the metaphor
hold
we're
up,
listening to.
hold up.
okay.
Same way, if I've got 1 million followers, you've got 1 million followers. The reason why I said it balances itself out is because now you're on the same level, kind of.
Right.
If she's got 1 million followers, you've got 2,000 followers or less than 100,000
Problem.
followers. They kind of that's why I said that. That's why I said that. If you
I
both
get
have equal numbers, it kind of balances itself out. But when one person has higher than the other, the level or the caliber of people that's going to be talking to that person that has more numbers
I
is going to be different. Because now the DM is going to be full. It's going to be full.
100.
So it's now up to you. Obviously, it takes a level of discipline, and I'm not going to lie to you. Even for me, that's even something I'm working on. I'm working on self-discipline because you're going to get, especially if you're a guy and you've got a high level of social media, you're going to get approached by a lot of guys, a lot of girls,
Yeah.
Close.
Price of
and
fame and all
I'll
that
be
stuff.
honest with you, over 80% of guys don't have self-discipline. to be able to say, oh, because when your DM is full
Can't say that.
consistently, girls, well, at the end of the day, you're gonna be like, yo, let me
Yep. Sorry.
go further with one of them. You understand?
Mhm.
Similar I'm not saying similar to the girls mostly, because obviously guys as well be constantly sending them DMs. Even you that have 1,000 followers, you get a lot of DMs. Imagine someone that has 1 million followers. Imagine the amount of DMs they'll be getting. Also, it's about you guys need to have a communication about regarding that and say, look, as I'm getting with you, these are some of the things I'm expecting. If the girl respects you, she'll be able to understand from that angle. But
Yeah.
if you meet the girl on social media, you also need to understand that, look,
I don't
these
think.
are certain things I'm gonna be getting. These are certain things that I need to be able to be okay with. So
Yeah,
because you can't meet her on social media and then tell her that, oh, you need to close your social media account, because it's not gonna work.
Wrong.
no,
It's not gonna
definitely
work.
not.
That's wrong.
It's definitely not gonna work. So you need to understand what you're getting yourself into, so that when he starts to show his true colors, you can't start complaining that, oh, I never knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because you
exactly.
as well, you're also on social media as well, so you see what's going on. But it depends on, like already some people said already, it depends on how you use the social media. There's no way you're gonna use social media, especially Instagram and stuff, that you're not gonna look at girls' pics, or girls are not gonna look at guys' pics, because literally it's just literally in front of you. But when you start to DM these people and DM them in
Start
a
moving mad.
certain way, then that's when it becomes an issue. But if you say, "Hey, how are you?" on social media, mate, what's the big deal? It's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
Not a big deal. Yeah. Like, yeah, man's got a missus and that, yeah, and then she's nice, whatever, yeah. But there'll be other girls on DM, innit? Like, oh, whatever, innit? It's up to you, innit? It's very important.
How
It's
you
up
want
to
to
you
move?
to
Yeah.
like, go that way, innit? It's easy to swing that way. Don't reply back, innit? Or block them off, innit? You can use it to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And there's
saying?
a lot about
Um,
yeah,
There's temptation on that, this thing. I'm not gonna lie. There is, innit? But at the same time, you have to
yeah.
get strong enough. Like, you know what? Nah, that's wrong, and you shut it down.
Yeah. No, yeah, no, I agree. I think it is on how you move
Yeah.
on it, because if you have an impressive social media, I'm going to use the word impressive is in terms of numbers to
Our
the
number.
side, or quality of content, the kind of content that is posted or whatever, right? You're gonna get interactions, okay? If you have, because a lot of people, some people will use social media to create an avatar. There's a persona that they want to be that they can't always be at home. Some people, they just want to show other people who they really are as well. Do you know what I mean? And everybody's going to connect, everybody's going to relate to something, right? I mean, if you're a kind of guy or a kind of girl who talks about being cheated on 24/7, you're going to get a lot of people that are going to talk about, yeah, me too, sis, or me too, king, or whatever, right? If you're the kind of person who talks about being 100% whatever the world likes right now, you're going to get that, you're going to get a lot of interaction. And in those types of interactions, you're going to get some people who think they have the right to comment specific comments that are inappropriate, whether you have a person in your life or not. They feel like they can lay claim by commenting in a specific way. And if you react to those kind of comments, or you encourage that kind of behavior, then yeah, you're asking for the kind of headache or drama that you're going to get at home from your other half. Do you know what I mean? Or just from your friends. Like, dude, why are you allowing yourself to be part of that kind of situation for? Do you know? But if you're the kind of person who doesn't acknowledge that kind of behavior, or you do whatever you need to do to try and make it comfortable, then that should give you, I don't know if there was a point system points. I remember once upon a time, just like your boy, I remember when my last partner was like, delete your social media. If you really love me, delete your social media.
If I
And
love,
Wow.
I was
see,
like,
I'll do
that's
it.
just
I'll do
but
that.
why?
I'll do that quick. I don't care. It's nothing
But
deep.
What?
at
Nah,
the
TM.
time,
Yeah,
I didn't really care. I was like, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I knew I wasn't up to something, but at the end of the day, I like peace over
that's right.
drama, over something little. So I thought, fine. Do you know what I mean? But then fast forward now into the future, if I know that who I am, I'm not doing anything dodgy or stupid or disrespectful for me, talk less of anybody that is in my
Well,
life,
just to
just
save,
for me on my own,
just to
then
save the.
I'm not gonna go down that avenue of I better get rid of it because I don't want such and such to be unhappy, or I
I'll
don't want
delete
that
it. I'll
lady to be
delete it.
pissed off.
Everyone do.
I'll be like, no, you trust me like I trust you, right? So when I do something that makes you feel like I don't trust you, then 100%. Do you know what I mean? But until
Yeah.
then, let's just keep it cool
Me, you
because
know what? If I miss
it
someone
doesn't govern.
and I'm loving her and it's delete it, I'll delete it. It's not a biggie.
Let me be honest with you on that one. Let me be honest with you. If a girl comes to me, tell me, if you love me, delete what? So after, well, hold on. Think about it. Think about it from a logical perspective.
Yeah, but it depends how long you've been together.
Hold on, Kian.
Your love
I've got a
doesn't
million followers.
it's
I've got, wait,
subject to
hold on.
determine your love unless it's going to be detrimental to your health and your life.
No, hold on.
Then it's a
Ricardo,
different story, isn't it?
That's
you've
right.
got a million followers. If you've got 100 followers on your social media, yeah, 100% delete that. 100%.
But
Delete that. Don't even waste time. Don't even waste time. She doesn't even need to ask you that question. Delete it. But I'm talking
yeah,
about when you've got impressive social media and someone now
then
told
it's
you
a
to delete it.
business.
Nah, listen. Nah.
No,
Listen.
definitely.
You have to start thinking logically. Number one, for
Okay.
you to have an impressive social media, the amount of years it took to build that page. And plus, there are also other benefits as well that you're getting from that social media page. So to just delete it and then start from scratch, nah, you gotta think logically, man. Don't even just think about emotionally here. Think it's not as easy as yeah, I'll just delete it because I love you. No. There needs to be a sense of reasoning in there. There needs to be a sense of logic. For someone to have a 500,000 plus social media, guaranteed. There's a lot of sponsorships. There's a lot of things coming in.
Right.
You ain't gonna
But
just
this is also on the basis of you are not moving mad. So it's not like you're linking on a slide and you're saying, nah man, I've got 50K
no, you're
followers,
not. No.
I'm publishing.
Like the
This
part that
is
I
it's
agree with
solely on
you.
the fact of yes, this is solely on the fact of this is gonna benefit my life and our life because of the
Can I say?
what
Can
I'm
I say
getting
something?
back of this. Because there are some people out there who will
Exactly.
be moving mad underneath that and they'll be like, nah man,
Uh,
I'm
well,
promoting, but at the same time they're
No,
moving
no, no,
mad.
no.
And
100%. No. Hold on. If you see that kind of level, like you already said, which I think a lot of people have said already,
mm,
if there's trust there, because what's happening is with a lot of these
that's true.
girls these days
You just trust.
or guys as
and
well,
guys, yeah,
they what they do is they constant police what my guy's on social media. Who is he talking to? What pictures is like? What? It's like, yo, just find a job, man. Go and do something. You
For
know what I
me,
mean? If that level of Alex, if that level of trust is starting to deteriorate because of one or two reasons, then yeah, of course.
Right.
But like already people have said, of course, is how you move and respond. But obviously, if what you're doing in the background is you're going and replying to people's messages, obviously, then I'm not in support of that.
I'm not in support
But
of that.
but for someone to wake up
I'll
in
leave
their right thinking sense and say, oh, if you love me, I'm a million followers. If you love me, delete my. Listen, that's the thing.
Obviously,
I'll just pack. Kian, I'll just pack a bag. I'll just put it outside. Like, look, have a nice day. Have a nice day. Don't, no, don't even waste time. I
bro,
don't love you anymore. I
for,
don't love you.
for a woman to say delete it, she must have some kind of trust issue, innit? Full stop. A
yeah,
woman,
No,
somebody,
guarantee.
hold on,
I
Alex
ain't
wants to
gonna
say
put her
something.
through no
Yeah,
One
drama.
let
second.
Yeah.
Kian,
Hold on,
let
Alex wants to say
Alex speak
something.
though. Alex want to
Alex,
speak. Alex want to speak.
go on, Alex,
I was
go on.
just going to say, see, for me personally, for a girl to just say, I mean, I suppose she will have some form of trust issues, but her to outright say, if you love me, delete your social media.
No, there's more than that.
In my mind, that
I'm
just,
just using the if you love me as
No,
an
no.
extreme, right? I'm not saying that it's a normal
Ricardo,
level.
you've used
I'm
it.
just putting that as an
You've
extreme.
used it. Ricardo, you've used it. Let's go on that part.
well,
Because
I was going to say,
listen, sorry, Alex, yeah, this will
no,
give people confidence to just come out with rash statements and say, oh, if you love me, delete you. I'm going to delete you first before I delete my social media.
well, no, I'm the same. I'd be
Yeah,
the same because
man
at the
said,
end of the day, like, that's just to me, it's just manipulative behavior. And whether I'm big on
Of course
social,
it is.
if she's going to say that about my social media, for example, what's to stop her doing that about my drumming? Because, like, you know, for example, with being a musician, I'm going to be out and about a lot during the evenings, you know, and that might be like a girl's only time to see me, for example, or, you know, it might mean that I've got to travel a lot. And she might think, okay, he's not spending enough time with me. So she may have to say the exact same thing. If you love me, quit your drumming. And I'm like, do you know what I'm saying? You know, if she's going to say that about my social media, what's to stop her doing that with other things that I'm doing in my life? So I would, in that instance, I would just say, look, I'm sorry, but we're done. If that's the outlook you have. But I think going back to what you were saying, MrCV, about you know, the distrust thing on that part, it's almost important that they communicate that as well, and that they say, look, I'm feeling a bit uneasy about this. Can we just look? Can we sit down and have a chat? Because communication, I mean, it's such a key thing, because at the end of the day, like the amount of relationship problems that, you know, my friends talk to me about, and communication is the one thing that their partner is not doing. It's the most important thing in any situation, in my opinion, is to just, you know, communicate. And if there is something that they're doing that they're not quite happy with, then, you know, maybe they can work on that. But obviously, to delete it altogether, that would not be the option.
I believe in what you're saying, Alex. I agree. I agree with what you're saying. It can be seen as a form of manipulation or coercive controlling in a way, which I get. Some think not all things can stem from that. I know there are some things which can stem from triggers from the past. I can remember for myself being in some kind of situation which was about a girl having male friends, for example. And I remember being burnt in uni, you know, over one of my, I won't say my first love, but somebody who I felt like I fell in love with in uni. And she had a male best friend. And, you know, because I had a female best friend, and I know how I am with my female best friend, nothing's ever happened. I just
Yeah,
assumed it's the same situation. But then later on, I found out that no, this guy was moving to her on the slide because me and her were having issues. So then I remember from that having an issue when I met my kid's mum, and she had loads of male friends. Do you know what I mean? And I remember
yeah, of
thinking,
course.
well, nah, man, because the last person who said he's just my best friend ended up them being a boyfriend and girlfriend and getting married. Do you know what I mean? So how do I know you're not gonna go through the same? How do I know the same situation is not gonna happen there? So I
Yeah,
know sometimes it can come from a place of trigger. Do you know what I mean?
absolutely.
But
Yeah,
I also knew that it's not for me to put it on that person. It is for me to go away and work on that within myself and be
exactly.
like,
Yeah,
okay,
1,000,000%.
yeah, this is an issue. Either don't date her, period, because she's got male friends, or
Yeah,
if I say I want to date her, let her know that this is the fear and this is why I've had this problem. But then
absolutely.
also go back and work on myself and not allow it to always be an issue in the relationship
Like you said, people have got past trauma from relationships or anything else they may have been through, and it
from
can,
anything in the past. Yeah,
yeah, and it can easily, you know, come into like new relationships and so on and so forth. But I just think it's important that, you know that it's something you need to work on, and that you acknowledge that, and you don't kind of push it onto them, if that makes sense. And
Mm.
just still communicate to them that you've got this fear.
Also, I wanted to say as well is this social media thing. Obviously, that's also another reason why people prefer to go with someone that also does social media, because they also have that level of understanding that, look, these are some of the things that happen on social media. Do you understand? Like
Yeah,
if you're not on social media, you might find certain things weird, like, oh, why is this person always on TikTok promoting this? You know what I mean? When they should be spending time with you. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of the time it's about communication. A lot of the time people look for easy way out of things. When I say easy way out, people look for the most. Oh, if I just delete the social media, that's gonna solve the situation. Half of the time, it doesn't even solve the situation anyway. It's the beginning of the problem, because then
yeah,
that person that is the beginning of the problem. So if you don't have that communication from the beginning and speak about,
and
look, these
understanding.
are some of the things that we're going through. And I'll be honest with you as well. When it comes to communication, a lot of people, let me be honest with you, a lot of people don't know how to communicate. That's the biggest truth. A lot of people
Effectively.
do not know how to communicate. People need to go and
Yeah,
learn how to communicate,
yeah,
because
and listen.
Because let me be honest with you, I'm gonna go back to that deleting of that social media because I'm not gonna lie, that part touched me. That part touched me. That part touched me. I'll be honest with you because I'm still thinking about it. Look, let me tell you, guy or girl, use your brain. Nah, I have to go on camera so that people can see. People can see. Nah, listen, you man open me up today. Listen, guys or girls, wherever you are, use your sense. Use your sense. Don't just go in there. Oh, I love you. I love you. Don't leave your sense. Use your brain. Someone come up to me and say, "Oh, you love me." People that tomorrow they can change. They might love you today, and then tomorrow they say, "Oh, you know what? I'm tired of it."
They get bored, innit? Yeah.
They get bored. They
Cool.
get bored, and I'm tired of you. And you being the goat you are,
You said,
or being the person you are.
no, you say that.
You went to delete your social media. She leaves you tomorrow. Now you're now crying. I'm not saying if you truly like
You're
the girl,
basically saying don't be mumu because you love somebody.
Don't be more.
don't no. Use your sense. Use your brain that God has given you. Add some logical reasoning to it. Obviously, put some love into it, put some emotion into it, but you also think as well. Because, like I said, people that are growing these social media pages or people that are doing a lot of these things, it does take a long time. It takes years of doing that. And and if you look, it's quicker to delete things than to build things. Deleting only takes about 10 seconds. Building it
Exactly. To build it back
takes
again.
10 years.
Voila.
Yeah, you think the way I'm campaigning about my YouTube channel to people like Liz Truss and Richard Sunak, you think I'm just going to throw that away? Nah,
No,
come on, man.
absolutely.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's be real here. So the thing is that's why certain people they say, look, go with people of your class. Sometimes I agree with that because obviously, if you're a millionaire, if you go with someone a millionaire, some certain problems you might face that
Yeah.
someone is not millionaire is a bit eradicated because you don't have to explain certain things.
Mhm.
So if you're a social media person, might as well go with a social media person as well. But at the end of the day, they need level of communication and trust as well. You're going to trust that person that when they are on social media, they're doing the right things. You can't
Exactly.
monitor every single thing that someone's doing. It's
No,
impossible. It's impossible.
exactly.
If I have a girl and she's in the middle of 10 guys, if I'm at work, I ain't stressing myself. Oh, what is she doing with these 10 guys? No, you're just killing yourself for no reason, bro. Because I trust the person that she's going to make the right decisions. And because I trust her, I don't stress myself. And the people say, well, you don't get jealous. And why would I get jealous? Because I trust. I trust the
Exactly.
person I'm with.
That
You
works.
Do
know,
you
and
understand what I'm saying?
if you don't, if it's
So
not at that point where you don't trust them at that level, then it's like, why are you even with them?
That's
listen,
But yeah. Yeah.
any person, if look, man or woman, if you stress yourself over the other person, you're
yeah.
just injuring yourself for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Once
Yeah.
that trust is there and the honesty
I
is there,
agree.
don't stress yourself. Don't give yourself unnecessary headache. Don't take unnecessary paracetamol and ibuprofen for no reason.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Free your
I
mind.
agree.
I agree as
I
well.
agree, and you know what?
What?
Sometimes I can agree because I'm talking from experience. I've had that feeling where I have had headache, where I am just worrying about what is she doing all the time, killing myself. Do you know what I mean? For all I know, she could be at home just watching TV, but I'm killing myself because of something else that is not in my head. Because obviously we tell ourselves stories in our head all the time, whether it's good or
Yeah.
not. But when you learn that, listen, man, if you're gonna move mad, you're gonna move mad. You know, expect people to be people. Then no matter what they do, it shouldn't frustrate you too much.
Yeah.
And if it gets to a point where it's getting too much for you, then just pack up your stuff and go.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
kill. Just take each other and go your separate ways.
I got a friend that's going through the what we're talking about right now, isn't it? Man wants to pick me. Let's go
Okay.
to McDonald's. Gone to McDonald's. His girls left him. This is that. Man want to tell me, come with me quickly up the road. I've gone up the road with him. Next minute, I don't know how I got to the alleyway. I'm walking with him. He's telling me, hey, what's wrong, mate? He goes, no, I just want to make sure there's another man in the house. So that's creepy, bro. Don't do that, innit? Like
This
things
is
like that.
unnecessary.
That's love.
Unnecessary. Oh
Unnecessary stress,
God.
man.
No, listen. Life is stress. Oh, sorry, guys, man.
It's how
Let
you
me
make
turn
Life
off
is
this.
stressful as it is.
Life is struggle enough. Life is stressful
Yeah.
enough. And now
absolutely.
you wanna. A lot of the problems we have is self-made problems. We give ourselves problems for no reason. We love creating unnecessary problems. Going back to the topic,
I
yeah, on
know.
this social media thing, obviously, is a big thing. And the reason why I said it's a big thing because a lot of us, all of us, are all over social media through podcasting and all this stuff. And it's something that might have to think about. For me personally, I don't want. I would prefer if my girl is not out there like that. I'd rather be out there because the reason is I'm saying this is because, for example, obviously the bigger you get on social media, the more haters you're gonna
Of
face.
course, 100.
Do you know what I mean? So for me, I'd rather all the hate come to me than get a person I'm with. You understand what I mean? I'd
Yeah.
rather all them give me all the hate and start involving her in as well. Do you get my point? So for me, I rather she just be in the background, to be honest with you. But also, if she is social media kind of stuff as well, it gives me that encouragement, that support as well. Do you know what I mean? That someone's there with you, supporting you through as well. So it's a very tricky one. It's not a straightforward answer, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely not.
It is a
And
tricky one.
I think, you know, because you talked about, you know, keeping her in the background, and I do think that is the right decision. I mean, I've seen it so many times on here. You know, people, they get into relationships and they, you know, they actually meet through social media. They'll put like a video up of them
Uh-huh.
meeting,
See
and it
that?
just causes so many issues for them. And you know, they're, I mean,
Of
they're
course.
up now, and so much stuff has been spread about the two of them, and it's just all gone tits up, and it's caused so much issue for them both. And it's just, if they just, you are definitely best off, if you are big on social media, keeping your relationship in the background. I think
Yeah, keep it away from social media, straight up.
absolutely 1 million
No,
percent.